What's happening here? Hello everyone, welcome to my cooking class. We'll just wait for a minute or two. Actually, no, I'm gonna get started really early because we're gonna be working on something that's gonna take a little bit of time. Guys, I am making something for Thanksgiving, and I don't know if you know me, but I'm not big on desserts. I'm not. I would sooner sit at the appetizer area of a meal. I love the salt. So if it comes to baking, I want something that's going to be super easy, super delicious, and not fussy, and doesn't make a big mess in the kitchen. You like that kind of dessert? Well, that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to be making baked apples. This is such an easy thing. Hey, Pam. Baked apples actually go back to European history. And I'm not sure if you're aware, but fun food fact about apples. The largest apple ever grown was in Japan, and it weighed like 4 pounds. Okay, so the reason I'm bringing that up is if you're doing baked apples, I'm going to suggest that you find apples that are the smaller variety. Why? Well, normally baked apples are done in a pie plate. And the struggle with that is quite often they will tip over. So I'm going to make sure that I make my baked apples in our muffin maker. Now, when you purchase the muffin maker, just so you know, you get 2 of these. That means you can make a dessert for up to 12 people. And it's very economical. And you do not have to have a lot of things on your counter making a mess, like making pastry and things like that. So you're gonna cut out some additional calories. And of course, you don't need all those carbs. So here's how we do it. Make sure you wash your apples. Look for a size that sort of fits in, right? Something bigger is gonna be a little bit tougher. Now, that being said, you'll notice that these are quite flimsy. So we've got the oven set at 375 or 400 degrees. It depends on how fast you want to make these. I always put them, this is a quarter sheet pan. You don't need the liner, but I always store mine with the liner anyway. And we're going to set this right in there. It fits perfectly. Now, when you're doing apples, they can burn. I've got my oven at 375, but if you're doing it 400 degrees, it might require you not wanting your apples to burn. So in our prep bowl, I've just got a little bit of water in here, and I would just recommend that you roughly put it about a teaspoon in each one of the cavities that you're going to be filling, okay? Now, we need to prep our apples. So let me just set that aside. And this is a little bit, now I'm just looking here, I'm missing something. Uh-oh, what did I do with it? Anyway, we'll make do with it. I had an apple corer handy here. But what you need is a nice sharp paring knife. Hey, Michelle. And you're gonna just cut off the top. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to remove the seeds. Fun food fact about seeds, FYI, did you know that the seeds of an apple have cyanide in them? Oh, happy anniversary. I know, right? Thanks, Pam. I always forget. So does my husband. It's a good thing. At least we're birds of a feather. He's been up here a couple times and hasn't even mentioned it, nor have I. So thanks for the reminder. My mom and my auntie are always really good at reminding us that it's our anniversary. It's a big joke. Usually it's the guys that forget, right? Anyway, so what you're going to do is you're just going to basically core your apple, getting the seeds out. I'm using my 4-cup prep bowl just to get rid of all the seeds. And we're making a hollow. Okay, so just keep working on it. It's really important that you don't go all the way through the bottom because we're actually going to be stuffing this. So like I said, just take your paring knife. It will require a little bit of time to do it. One of the tools that you can use is an apple corer. If you happen to have an apple corer, great for you. Another idea, I'm going to show you another tool that I have in my kitchen. I do have an apple corer, and it's what I've already done the TV version with. Bear with me. But you can use a grapefruit spoon. This has got serrations on the side, and this is really good for scooping out the seeds. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. So I'm just scooping it out. Now we want to make sure that we have lots of the apple still in there, because that's our apple pie without all the carbs of the pastry. So I've almost got all the seeds out. You can see it's a little fussy, but not that bad. Okay, last couple seeds. Okay, so I have my apple core. So all we're gonna do now is we're gonna set this inside our muffin thing. Now, for making the inside of this is so darn simple, 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 simple. We are literally going to be adding oats. So these are rolled oats. We're going to have some butter, unsalted, hopefully, a little bit of brown sugar, and then you can have fun with your seasonings. Hey, Harriet. So normally baked apples usually have cinnamon and nutmeg, but with the Epicure, we have a lot of these baking spices that are really, really good. So you could put in our apple pie spice, which has everything you need packed in one little jar. You could put in our pumpkin pie spice. You could put in just plain old great quality cinnamon. And if you want, you could always add a little bit of ginger. So have fun, just see what's in your pantry and what you care to use. I think I'm going to use the pumpkin pie spice. So I've already got some already made here. So using our 4-in-1 spoon, you're going to, for the amount you need, just if you're doing 6 apples, you're gonna need about a half a cup of rolled oats, okay? About 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter, about a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and you're going to use about a teaspoon of whatever spice you want. So 3/4 to a teaspoon. So you're just gonna simply add that in and give it a stir. Now, because your butter is room temperature, it's going to start making your oats more pliable. And then it's just simply a matter of stuffing them. So you can grab a spoon in your kitchen and literally just fill it right in. Now I like filling it, and make sure you pack it down in there. I love lots of flavor. And I actually like heaping it over top. You're liking this, hey? Hey, Claudette and Claudine. Got Harriet there. My mom. I remember my mom making these too. I don't know if she did it exactly this way, but I literally heap this so it's oozing out the top. Yum, right? Do all 6 of them, or if you're doing 12, however many you're having over for Thanksgiving dinner, you're gonna just put this in the oven. Okay, so I've got the TV version. I'm just gonna set this aside. I've already baked my apples. So once your apples are baked, they're going to come out like this. Okay, look at this. Isn't that fabulous? Okay, so they may split, but that's one of the reasons that we actually put water in the bottom. I find that it will keep them more firm. And when it comes to apples, the best apples to use are ones that are crispy apples. So Granny Smith, if you wanted to have green ones, the color does change, just so you know. So they all sort of get sort of that browny, rusty kind of color, which is great. We're gonna make this look super, super inviting and enticing. Okay, so here's our baked apple already done. Now, what you can do with this to be the creme de la creme for your Thanksgiving dinner is you can make caramel sauce, right? I mean, you missed out the calories on the pastry. Why not add some extra calories with the sweetness? So this is so easy. You just open up the package. You add a cup of whipping cream, or half and half. I've got half and half here. I've already cooked it in advance because I wanted it to thicken, so I can do a drizzle on top. And you literally put it to a boil and let it cook for a few minutes, and then Now that it's cooled down a little bit, we can drizzle, but we're not done yet. This is our 1/4 cup scoop. And as we're getting close to Thanksgiving and Halloween, this scoop is fabulous for scooping out your pumpkins. So if you're planning on doing pumpkin cutting and carving with your kids, you may want to consider the 1/4 or the 2 tablespoon scoop. Why do I have this out? Vanilla bean ice cream. And yes, I'm going to promote this. I'm a fanatic about buying real pure vanilla, which is why it's sort of this beigey color. It's not white. This is the real McCoy. So I'm just going to grab a scoop of my vanilla ice cream. I'm just going to set it on the side here. And then I'm going to grab a spoon here. I'm going to take some of my caramel sauce that's cooled down a little bit. And I am just going, I hope you can see this, I'm just going to drizzle this over. And just to add a little bit of color so that it looks festive, is I've got mint out in my garden. You might just want to put a little bit of mint on there. And you guys, look at your dessert. How easy is this? Baked apples. When was the last time you made baked apples? So truly, when you cook with Epicure, it is an easy process. You do not have to spend hours in the kitchen. My son has been sitting here going, my gosh, it smells so good. I can almost bet this will not last till dinner time. It's 3 o'clock here. So in the oven, just so you know, when you do make these, it's going to take about 35 minutes at the 375 degree temperature, and it should work perfectly. Again, use crispy, you know, Granny Smith. These were Pink Ladies. You could use Galas. I would not use juicy ones like something that's really soft like Macintosh or Spartans. They are too juicy. They are just going to collapse into nothing. You want something that actually is going to look delicious. So I hope you enjoyed that. Did you like today's cooking class? And how many of you are thinking this might be the dessert for Thanksgiving? Because remember, your oven's going to be full with a turkey. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's cooking class. Come back again next Thursday where I'm going to be whipping up again something really simple and easy. Remember, everything that we promote with Epicure is a healthy option for making meals simple, easy, and more or less good for your health. Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching. See you again next Thursday. Bye-bye.